Hello everybody, this is Fernando for the latest Cryptids and Monsters video. As promised, I will make a video here based on one of your suggestions for this month's new Cryptids and Monsters videos. Great suggestions everybody, and I'll make 2 more throughout the week here as well, so stay tuned for that. And again, the main reason I do this is because some of the ideas and suggestions that are given present whole new, fascinating, very interesting cryptids and monsters that are out there in this world. And this one, for example, that I'm about to talk about is pretty damn interesting. This is one of the best ones that I've heard, and I highly, if anyone else has heard of this, be sure to post your comments below. But this one is a really good one, so thank you to whomever suggested on that. Now, this particular cryptid happens apparently in Hawaii, and one would think, okay, you have a great tropical islands, you have great tourism there, you have very popular attractions both on the coastal and on the land level, and even in and around that area you have, as mentioned, as a quick Godzilla link, the 1998 film, you still have the footsteps that were created when Godzilla attacked. It wasn't seen on film, but when Godzilla stomped onto the island, the footprints are still there from the 98 film. So one would think, with all this going on within the island, could there be something as wicked as some kind of malevolent spirit? And yes, it looks like there is. This is the concept known as the Nightmarchers, or the Hawaiian Nightmarchers, but they're also called the spirit ranks. And basically what they are is they're ghosts of ancient Hawaiian warriors. And what happens with these warriors and how they interact, this is what makes this so very interesting. Basically the idea is this: throughout certain nights throughout the month, and apparently these nights are called Kane, Ku, Lano, Akua, or Kaloa. All of those are names, by the way, having to do with different phases of the moon. So think of it like a Hawaiian moon calendar of sorts. Basically, on these nights, people have said that they see these night marchers come across and walk across the island. And what they are is, again, they're ghosts of ancient Hawaiian warriors rising up from their burial sites, rising past battles that they faced who knows how many years ago, or going to other sacred areas. And what makes this very interesting is that those who have reported seeing these night marchers, the first indication is they hear them. They tend to march at sunset or just before the sun rises. So if anybody is in the Hawaiian area, the sun is going down or the sun is going up, and they happen to hear what looks to be like chanting and marching, slowly coming closer and closer. This is them. These are the night marchers. These are the ghosts of these ancient Hawaiian warriors, and you'll see pictures of them depicted here. Nobody is able really to so far get a clear photograph. Instead, people have either reenacted them or drawn their own pictures from them, so you'll get an idea essentially of what people have seen. And the way these night marchers work is they do their thing, they start chanting, they start marching, and the idea behind it is, if you hear those marches, then you're in a bad area. You're supposed to leave as quickly as you can, because the thing is, anyone who has these night marchers see them. In other words, if you're seeing them and all of a sudden one of them turns and sees you, then you die. And if you don't die there, you die pretty soon. So that's why it's suggested that if you hear these things, then you quickly start running as fast as you can in the opposite direction or away from them, and you try to go inside someplace else, because that means that the marchers may come across your area, and if they do, then you better not have them see you. Some people have mentioned, though, if all else fails and you're in let's say a wide open area, and all of a sudden you start hearing them come in and there's nowhere for you to go, nowhere where you can hide, then the idea is that you lie down on the ground that you're at, lie face down, and stay pretty much as motionless as possible. Do not stand, do not look, do not do anything other than lie face down and presumably close your eyes shut, and then just let these things march right past you. That's what makes it so eerie. The idea that, let's say, all of a sudden you're a tourist there in Hawaii, you know about these Nightmarchers. There you are, you wandered off on a tour just taking pictures left and right, and all of a sudden you hear these Nightmarchers, and before you can do anything, they're upon you, and you have to lie down and just hope and hope and hope that if you stay completely still and and you do not open your eyes, you do not do anything to attract attention, they will ignore you and just walk away. Another option is if one of them does happen to look upon you, but you have a relative nearby, the idea is that this relative will then state that they are, in their words, he's mine or she's mine, meaning that the Nightmarchers cannot take you. So they cannot kill you, they cannot take you because you've already been claimed by the relative, and that is supposed to essentially thwart them and just have them keep on going. And also apparently there's various types of Nightmarchers. It all depends really on the theme of the march, because apparently everything that's done with these marches is celebrating some kind of Hawaiian warrior, usually some kind of chief, and it all depends on the chief's taste. So let's say if the chief was known to be very, very fond of music, then there will be much chanting, much drumming, much instrumental works, everything on there. But if the chief was, let's say, a more humble guy, and this was somebody who was very peaceful and quiet, then the march will still have music, but it'll be very silent, which makes this idea actually much more eerie, because you wouldn't hear something like this unless, let's say, it's 30 feet or whatever close to you on there. If the chief also didn't let's say walk around much, then he would be carried on a sling, and so on and so forth. So again, it all depends on the chief that's being honored within this particular march, that it depends on what the particular march sound will be as well. And people have found ways also, because the thing with these Nightmarchers is, because they're spirits or ghosts, they march through anything. So they won't walk around trees, they won't walk around boulders, they won't even walk around houses. They'll just go straight through them, and that's what makes it so dangerous. Because if you have let's say a Nightmarcher, you hear them and you go into your house, but they're getting closer and closer, they're not aware apparently that the house is right there, they'll just march straight through it. So the way that people have found to avoid this is they place leaves of a certain plant called Ti, I hope I'm saying that right, Ti plant, and they place it in and around their house, and that is supposed to block the Nightmarchers. Like, they'll sense these things surrounding the house, and so they'll just walk around it or go another way on there. So very, very fascinating stuff. There's also different levels of marches with regards to the fire that they carry. Some burn brighter than others, and those that are burning brighter, apparently they have gods within their ranks. And they're also very distinctive because those that have been in and around these night marches, there's a particular smell. It smells foul and musky. That's the best summation that people have stated on there. But with regards to these night marches, the most distinctive feature is, of course, the music, the chanting that's happening. And again, if there's nothing you can do, if there's absolutely no way you can go someplace, you don't have that tea plant around, then you lie down on the ground, close your eyes, and make sure that these things try to just walk past you. How eerie is that? Imagine if, let's say, one of them just starts thinking, what is this person doing on the ground, and they just stay there. They stay there 5 minutes, they stay there 10 minutes, they stay there half an hour, and then an hour, all the while still chanting. You can't do anything. You can't get up. You can't do anything lest you risk yourself. So how eerie is that? That's what makes this such a fascinating subject on there. These night marches are apparently also so well known in Hawaii and in other parts that they've incorporated themselves within some mainstream items. You see a picture of here, it looks like none other than the Scooby-Doo gang, they've run across them within one of the comics. I was trying to think if there was anything else like that within any other films, cartoons, TV shows, but I don't quite recall seeing it. But if anyone knows any other culture or cultural item that incorporates these Nightmarchers, let me know please, or post the comments below so that way we can share for everybody. So what do you guys think about this particular cryptid? Has anyone experienced it? Does anyone know anybody that's experienced it? Anyone from the Hawaiian area that knows about these things and then also can relate? Please post your comments, share them below, share them with everybody, especially those that, let's say, might have experienced them, and what did you all do with regards to that? Very great stuff. This is again one of the reasons why I love doing this particular channel, is coming across these very fascinating cryptids and monsters, and this one is definitely up there within the top 10, top 5. So alright everybody, be on the lookout. I'll have the other two Cryptids and Monsters coming soon. Thanks buddy, take care.